Hello, everyone! Today I will be reading the apocryphal Dav Pilkey story, Furious George. You shall all die of laughter. This is George. He lived in the jungle. George liked living in the jungle. He was very happy there. Hold on a minute. Ooh, Flipporama. I remember this from Captain Underpants. He's just there swinging, happy as a clam can be, as far as angry gorillas that look like they've been jacked up on steroids go. One day, George saw a man with big yellow shoulder pads. The man saw George too. "What a nice, happy gorilla," said the man. "I would like to kidnap him and smuggle him to America." That doesn't sound like a very smart idea, hitting a big angry gorilla on the head with a coconut. But that's your deal. So he hit George on the head with a coconut and knocked him out cold. "Say hello to coconut, you monkey." Ow! I bet that's what he's thinking, and I'm surprised a coconut worked on that gorilla. When George came to, he was on a big ship heading for America. "George," said the man with the big yellow shoulder pads, "I'm going to take you to a big zoo in the big city. They will put you in a tiny, crowded, smelly cage. You will like it there." No, he won't. When George heard that, he was furious and punched the man with the big yellow shoulder pads, who soon became known as the man with the big fractured jawbone. "Say hello to Monkey Knuckle!" Boom! When the ship reached America, George leaped onto the pier and raged through the shipyard. He was still furious. Soon George came upon a handsome sailor with shiny white teeth. Now, you mustn't be a naughty monkey," said the handsome sailor with the shiny white teeth, who soon became known as the ugly sailor with the shiny red gums. "Say hello to Monkey Knuckle!" Boom! George smashed out of the shipyard and tore through the streets of the city. This sounds like King Kong. In no time at all, George met a fat, ruthless policeman. "I will shut you up in a jail where you won't cause any more monkey business," said the fat, ruthless policeman, who soon became known as the flat, toothless policeman. "Say hello to Monkey Ankle!" Boom! And that knocked his teeth out. Hooray for George! Before long, George was at the center of town. He was still furious. Soon George saw an angry general in a shiny new tank. "We are going to put an end to your monkey shines once and for all," cried the angry general in the shiny new tank, who soon became known as the intensive care patient in the scrap metal heap. Whoa, he just lifted up the tank by its bare hands. Crazy! "Say hello to..." Wait, no, that's not Monkey Knuckle. I can't think of anything witty to say about this guy getting beat up. Boom! Poor George. He was homesick. He climbed onto the top of a very tall building and tried to find his home in the jungle. At last, George saw a big balloon. And who do you think was riding in the balloon? Why, it was George's old friend, the man with the big fractured jawbone. "Grab hold of the rope, George, and I will fly you to the zoo," said the man with the big fractured jawbone. Wait a minute. Did George just get much taller than he was before? I mean, how did he become a big King Kong giant overnight or something? Where was I? Oh yes. "Grab hold of the rope, George, and I will fly you to the zoo," said the man with the big fractured jawbone, who soon became known as the dead guy. "Say hello to Monkey Palm!" Boom! Sorry, I shouldn't be making this when I'm sick, but that man is definitely dead. George grabbed onto the balloon with both hands. In an instant, he was whisked away. The wind carried George up, up, up over the sea. Finally, the wind stopped blowing, and George sailed down, 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 right back to his home in the jungle. What a nice place for George to live. The end. Look how happy he is that he's back home after beating up how many people. Goodbye, George. We will miss you. But not the man with the big fractured jawbone, the ugly sailor with the shiny red gums, the flat, toothless policeman, or the intensive care patient in the scrap metal heap. Before I say goodbye to everyone, I would like to ask a favor. I'm going to leave the story for my next video up to you to decide. Would you either like me to A. subject myself to whatever god-awfulness I can dig up from Sonic fanfiction, B. English bards and Scotch reviewers, the poem by Lord Byron, C. Neon Fetus Evangelion by Sabro X, or D. something entirely different you get to name? Just leave a comment with your choice, and the first choice that gets 15 votes wins. Goodbye, everyone.